Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Candice Lee here, and I'm about to, well, I kind of already got started, but I'm meal prepping this morning. So what I've started actually was granola. I used organic steel cut quick cooking oats with some cashews, pecans, pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, a little bit of honey, and our apple pie spice, which of course I put away. Our apple pie spice, and that's in the oven right now and almost done. And that can come out and be stored in an airtight container, like this kind of idea, for 6 months. You can freeze it as well, and you can of course keep it in the fridge. I admittedly keep mine like this size in the fridge, but just because that way I see it, visibility. If it's in my pantry, I might forget that I have it. So the concept is that's my breakfast already going for this week. I also have some boiled eggs that I've done and ready for this week, for that's breakfast. For my lunches and dinners, for Vic and I, we are over here. I've got it written down. That's what we're making today. Korean barbecue ribs, butter chicken with chickpeas, and Aztec soup. So the Aztec soup, I don't actually need to do anything because it doesn't take long. It's like 20 minutes. Also, the butter chicken doesn't take long either, but it just speeds things up a little bit. Of course, if I've prepped half of it already. So I just got some beans and some can of tomatoes, and then that'll sit out so that we know that we're making that. So yeah, we are going to do the butter chicken and some coconut milk. I'm going to use half the coconut milk for this and the other half for some caramel sauce. I'm actually going to whip up with cream cheese. Is a little decadent, but I've already made all the desserts in essence for this week. Okay, we're gonna stop there because that means I know that. My tea. There we go. Breakfast for a while. But yummy granola. Okay, put that aside. What's going in the oven now is the ribs. In the oven for about an hour and a half. Wrapped with no sauce on it. And then I'm going to make the sauce, and we're going to, oops, good idea that I paid attention to the timing that I'm putting on here. Okay, so that goes in the oven, just so that we're clear. I'm making the Korean barbecue. Hi, Julie. So basically, I preheat the oven to 350. I got 2 racks of ribs in there already. They're wrapped up in foil, and then it goes in there for an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then I open up the foil. I'm going to put the sauce on, coat it, and put it back in for another 20-25 minutes. There, and that's kind of what this is what I'm doing. All right, so breakfast is pretty much done. I made granola all of the way. So now we're gonna get going on some sides and things like that we need to do. So I am gonna use our multi-purpose steamer to make some quinoa, so that we have grains kind of set aside. We don't need a lot. It's just the 2 of us, and we don't eat a lot of it anyways, but just to have a little bit of variety. So I'm going to do 1 cup, which will make quite a lot, actually. I think it makes about 3 cups, so that's quite a bit. All right. And then I'm going to actually season it with our chicken broth. Just so it has a bit of flavor. You can use veggie broth. You could use whatever favorite seasoning you might have, maybe even a dressing if you wanted to use. So basically, it's when you're cooking it, it's like 1 cup to 2 cups of water. And then when in the steamer, you put a little bit more water in. So that is what I have done. But you can adjust. If you're not a steamer person, then just use it on the stove with your multi-purpose pot or something. Start with 5 minutes and keep an eye on that. Granted, this is not like a normal quinoa container, but that's what I had and felt like a good spot to put it in, and it pours out nice, so we're good. Okay, so what I also have going is my fruit or veggies, because I've done the fruit already, being washed and dried. I use vinegar in the water and that, and then I got celery under here, which I'm going to chop up and put away. That's big for us for snacking. We've been noticing we're home, so we're eating a lot more vegetables as snacks. So like carrots and celery, cucumber, pea pods if we had it. Bush store didn't have it. Apples, things like that. So wash them, dry them, get them all ready to go into the fridge, and then you can snack away on them. All right, so the quinoa is going. The vegetables are there. Granola is done. I'm starting to cook on the barbecue ribs. So let's make that sauce so that I'm not distracted by what's on the stove, right? And then I just put this aside and we're good to go. Okay, so it says in a bowl we mix half a cup each of soy sauce, rice vinegar, and ketchup. I'm not using ketchup. I'm going to use tomato paste instead. I find ketchup too sweet, so we use this instead. And the good thing about our great prep bowls is I can measure it all in here, and away we go. So how are you doing, Julie? Agnes, hello. How's everybody doing? Did you guys have a nice Saturday? I was at home, sitting in front of my computer all day yesterday because it was our oh my god, I can't even say, Epic Gear Conference. So we were normally supposed to be in Las Vegas. Oh, by the way, I'm not using rice wine vinegar. I'm using some apple cider that I had, just because I had it. And I figured, why not use it up? So yeah, I was indoors because I was doing our training and our conference and all that lovely stuff all day, which was awesome. There was so much going on and so much coming for the new season that we're joining up with the US, which is awesome. So we're gonna have one catalog for both countries. Everything's gonna be there. And of course the price is a little different, but that's fine. Yeah, and then yeah, so it's pretty awesome. So there's some awesome things happening. We're pivoting a lot for the COVID-19. I'm changing things. So you're probably going to see my face on live here a lot. Which is strange because I was on all the time before, but hey. Okay, so there we go. Korean barbecue made up with apple, with some soy sauce, apple cider, and there's your sweetness anyways, by the way, and the tomato paste. So this way at least I'm in control of what goes in here. But basically it says soy sauce, vinegar, and ketchup. Alright, so that goes aside. And we'll use that later, which I'll just show you guys pictures when I'm done. Okay. Everybody dancing yet? Anybody at home having fun? Do you pre-cut? No, I don't pre-cut my apples. I just cut them when I'm ready to eat them. Literally we're home, so it's not a big deal. But if you were, you could sprinkle like, I think there's like, you can use lemon, but if you don't have lemon, I thought there was something else you could do, but I don't remember what it was. But no, we just normally just eat the apples. I just wash them in the vinegar and that, so that all the wax and the stuff and people touching is all off. Victor is very much don't touchy, so literally the whole new way of coming home with groceries now is they're in the front in their bags, go over with like vinegar and cloth, wipe everything down, plastic, everything, you name it, let it dry out, and then everything gets removed from the plastics that they're in, and then again washed in the water and vinegar here, and then put into the fridge or in their containers or whatever. I'm a little anal when it comes to the microwave, so I check it every few minutes just so that it doesn't go crazy, right? So the quinoa's in the microwave with chicken broth as the seasoning. I did the granola, all done. The barbecue ribs are in the ribs are in the oven already to be cooked. Sorry. Barbecue sauce is done. Vegetables are being washed or drying and all that. We're having Aztec soup later in the week, so I don't need to fuss. So why don't we get on to, excuse me, I'm gonna make buttered chicken with chickpeas and broccoli and some frozen beans. So another thing I do in the freezer, if we've got too much, hang on, come with me. When you can't get frozen beans and stuff, you can get them fresh. I'll chop them up and then freeze them like this. So we're gonna do that. Actually, I'm gonna do that. And then protein and stuff is already frozen. And there's something like, oh, that's it. And dessert I did at lunchtime this week. So I have the sweet banana bread with the chocolate chips and peanut butter already made up. So dessert is kind of done for this week. I was just going to add a little bit of decadent, which is the caramel sauce with the whipped in cream cheese to make that as a icing. Oh yeah, what's in the, for sure I can do the granola. So, hang on, let me see how, oh, I can pick it up now. I'll put the recipe below, but it's our fruit and nut granola recipe. Basically it's 3 cups of oats. I use organic steel cut quick cooking ones. And then it's your nuts, so half a cup of whatever nuts you like, half a cup of like coconut, which I don't have any coconut, but you can put coconut in, and then any kind of like seeds or nuts or other seeds or anything you like. So what I did was half a cup of cashews with pecans and pumpkin seeds and some flax seed. Mix it in a bowl with the apple pie spice with some warmed up honey, so then it, like, you know, it's more liquidy and then moves all around. Mix it. Spread it all out onto a cookie sheet. I've done our cookie sheet with our bacon roll. I don't even know what I call it now. Anyways, lost the word. And put it in the oven for at 325 for about 20 minutes, and then you just stir along the way until it gets a light golden brown. And then afterwards, you would then stir in your dried fruit. Don't put it in when it's in the oven. You can stir in your dried fruit now. I'll put the dried fruit in once it cools down. I'm actually also going to put in some Tutti Frutti, and then I'm going to put it into airtight containers. These kind of containers are airtight, can go into the pantry for like 6 months, or you can freeze them or anything like that. I standardly put them into smaller like containers like this and keep them in the fridge so that I remember it. Because it's out of my pantries over there, I'll tend to forget that I have it. So visibility is key for me. If I don't remember I've got it, I won't remember to eat it for breakfast. So I will have it in the fridge at the top row, so beside my yogurt, to remind me to eat that. And then I also did some boiled eggs as well for breakfast. Okay, so that's granola. Did that answer? Okay, cool. Good morning. Yes, love. Yeah, I know. Prep bowls are awesome. Note, anybody who's a host in May, sneak peek, will actually be getting, is the host wow, I can't talk today. Host promo has to do with the prep bowls. Just a little reminder. Some awesome things are coming in May. Of course, our whole new season too. Yeah, groceries is it's a whole I know, it's crazy, right? So before I used to say to you, give yourself an extra half an hour to portion and prep and put everything in your fridge and freezer. No, I say give yourself like an hour. Because the whole thing isn't going to be just come in and shove it into the fridge, right? It's come in, clean it all down, let it dry, do what you need to do, and then portion and prep it and do whatever you need, right? Craziness. Yeah, it was a great Saturday event, wasn't it, Agnes? It was awesome. So yeah, Epicure has amazing things coming in the new season, maybe coming now, like next week. Super cool things happening next week. And yeah, and then of course, trying to be of service to everyone. Food is essential, right? We need to eat, and we offer really awesome options with that, right? So I'll talk a bit about that after. Let's get going with our butter chicken, right? As my aunt tells me, it's very hard to take things out of the oven, microwave after this, but so true. All right, so a bit longer, but it's looking good. I think it's supposed to be about 15 minutes, but I'm just, as I said, a bit cautious with the microwave. All right, so we're gonna get going. I am going to use our wok. And I'm going to open a can of chickpeas. What does great motivator for you? Yes, Agnes, I know, it's pretty awesome. All right, some chickpeas. This stuff won't take long because none of it is like meat that will take a while. So I'm literally just gonna toss in the frozen veg, the chickpeas, and then the seasoning. I'm not gonna use the whole can of coconut milk because I want to use some for the caramel sauce. So I'm gonna use half and then just use the rest of it some water. On that note, I will be making the caramel sauce in our multi-purpose pot. Okay. Just give everything a stir. And 5 minutes. On the stove, and that should be good to go. Okay, so for the caramel sauce, you can use it for the granola. Which is your first question? The seasoning that I use for the butter chicken? The butter chicken, this is the one I just did. So it's butter chicken seasonings. No, keep asking your question, girl. I'm all good. I just want to make sure I'm answering the right question. So we just did butter chicken, except there's no chicken in it. So I used our butter chicken seasoning because I love this one. I put in so this is what's in there. I put in a half a can of coconut milk. And I put a whole can of chickpeas. And then I put in a bunch of green beans and cauliflower that I had chopped up and frozen from last week or the week before that when we were doing our groceries. And then I throw it all in there. And because there's no like meat in there, the stuff isn't going to take very long to cook. So literally I'm just going to stir a little bit in 5-ish minutes. That'll be done. So that's like tomorrow night's dinner and maybe some lunches, things like that. So that'll do like 4 servings. That'll handle us for a little while. And then if Vic wants to put in some chicken, because our chicken is already ready to go in the freezer, I can pull it out the morning of, it'll defrost. I can cook that separately and throw it in, and then he can still get his butter chicken with the chicken. And if he doesn't, if he's good to have plant-based today or that day, then that part's done. All right, so now what I'm doing actually here is the rest of the coconut milk and our caramel seasoning here. Excuse me, sorry. I'm using with coconut milk just because I don't do whipped cream. I try to stay away from dairy as much as I can. Having the cream cheese is going to bother me, but I can have like a tablespoon or so. So for me, I'm going to make it this version non-dairy, but add it to cream cheese. But you can make it full on with dairy. So it says to make it with a cup of whipped cream and a quarter cup of butter. You bring it to a boil and then reduce it to medium high and let it cool for like cook for 3 to 4 minutes and let it cool. So what I'm going to do is actually do it with coconut milk and do the same concept of letting it boil and then do that and then let it cool. And then once it's fully cooled, I'm going to toss it into my stand mixer with the cream cheese and make icing or dressing, whatever, yeah, icing to go on top of the sweet banana breads I already made this week, and because it's really yummy. So that's what I'm doing right now. And the awesome thing about our caramel sauce here is organic cane sugar and palm sugar and vanilla bean. So not as bad as a lot of the caramel stuff that's out there that's full of chemicals and things we don't need in our body. So I'm just going to give it a mix. So there you go. See it? Yeah. So I'm just going to bring it to a heat or boil, sorry, and then let it cook. I know my stove, I really do. Use my gloves. Ah, sweet. Close that so I don't bash my head into the microwave. All right, quinoa, all cooked up. You just need to let it cool, fluff it, and it's done with chicken broth, but you could use veggie broth, you could use balsamic vinaigrette dressing, you could use whatever you have to make it a little more flavor. That'll go into a prep bowl or a container and go into the fridge. And then when we're maybe making up a salad or having our barbecue ribs, we got something to make a little bit of healthier grain. So that's done and out of the way. Yeah, there's a problem when you do this because you're like, I forgot what I was doing. Oh, awesome. Yay, Julie, go in the kitchen and start prepping. Okay, so let me recap, so because my brain isn't 100% this morning, obviously. Granola for breakfast, done. Eggs for breakfast, done. Okay, next was just desserts, almost done, right? So most of it's already cooked, sweet banana bread and frozen and ready to go. I'm going to do the caramel sauce, let it cool, and then use the stand mixer to beat it up. That part will be almost done, right? So caramel sauce is going. Korean barbecue ribs. So the ribs are in the oven first, so you're following the directions of what it says on the package for ribs. It's preheat the oven, stick in your ribs for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, cook out, wrapped up in tin foil, and then unwrap it, put all the sauce and everything on it, let it cook for another 20 minutes, and then go for additional 20 minutes, and then finish off with a bit more barbecue sauce, so you don't pour it all on, and then you put it on high heat for 10 minutes and let it get all the crispy bits and stuff like that. So that's in essence what I'm doing. So right now the oven has the ribs in it going, been on for 20 minutes, away we go. So that's that. Butter chicken is almost done here. I'm just going to stir it up. None of it will take long. Got to keep an eye on the caramel sauce because we don't want it to burn. We need to get to high heat. Korean barbecue sauce is ready. And I can use our cool basting. Basting brush. There you go. To do that. And quinoa is cooked and done with our chicken broth. The granola was done with apple pie spice. I don't know. Oh, I was gonna chop up the celery. Otherwise, in essence, I'm almost done here, right? All I gotta do is for things to be done. This is set aside for Wednesday, for us to have Aztec soup. some beans, some tomatoes, the sauce. It does like less than 20 minutes and it's good. And then we can sprinkle on what you want, some cheese, avocado if you got avocados. So all this is going to do is set aside, again, visibility so I can see what we're doing. So that's there. Also another way for visibility is to have a board where you write down what you're having for the week. So you can see Korean barbecue, butter chicken, Aztec soup, all there. Okay, so let me show you a kind of like visual idea of what comes in our cool new stay-at-home collection. So there's a 30-day, 60-day, and 90-day. And the 90-day comes visually like that, plus 7, 8, 9, 10 other things. So I'm gonna use 3 out of the things that are actually here. So imagine all of that, and that's what you get along with a meal plan. Showing you how to go buy every week, what to buy, so that way you don't have to buy your groceries. You can buy your groceries way in advance and you're ready to go for most of the stuff, so it's pretty cool. So dessert is the caramel sauce and the brownies, which is super cool. There's a few things I was missing, so imagine like 7 more on top of here. General Tao, sweet and sour, Sloppy Joe's Southern Bake. So we used those up, so I've ordered some, so it's pretty cool to keep this going. Veggie burgers, pulled pork, stir fry, Thai stir fry, speedy lasagna, pad thai, donair, tuna casserole, beef stroganoff, creamy chowder, another pulled pork, Alfredo, mac and cheese, the bean huevos panchos, I believe it's called, taco, donair again, pulled chicken, another beef stroganoff, another mac and cheese, cha-cha chili, and the Aztec soup, which is, again, we're using that one of them here. So that is a big load of food ready for you to go for 30 days. Super cool. That, you know, it's all planned for you. You got it down. And I believe they worked it out that it was $3 a serving with this collection, with all the food that you would need for it, which is awesome. And that is on sale as well, 5% off. So it's only $107, and shipping is 5% or $5 based on what you get. So if you got that one, it'd be 5%, which is in essence around $5 for shipping, because it's like $107. So it's pretty cool that you get that for around $110, $112, whatever. I can't remember exactly what. Well, no, 112. Yeah, 115 bucks in essence. Shipped everything to your door, and you just get the delicious produce, and it's whatever you have. So we have tons of recipes how to show you how to swap stuff out of your pantry, so you're using it what you got, and if you gotta use frozen or change up the veggies, we're here to help you with all that. So that's pretty cool. All right. All right, now I turn it down to medium, and it just goes for 3 or 4 minutes. So let me just turn on the timer for that so I don't forget. That's the caramel sauce, and I'm going to say that's it for the butter chicken. I'm just going to shut that off. I'm going to let it remove some of the moisture out of it so you can sort of see. So the butter chicken is off now. I'm just letting it open so that some of the water will evaporate with the leftover heat that's there. And the ribs are in the oven. The sauce is ready. Wednesday's dinner is there. Caramel sauce has a couple minutes. Quinoa I'm just going to put into another container and put it into the fridge. And the granola is done. Again, I'll put that into another container. And then lastly, I'm just going to chop up the celery and put those into containers that I have from Tupperware. And there we go. And you can use whatever you have. So any other questions, any comments, anything I can help you with, feel free to message me. If you're watching this later, hit replay, let me know. Again, you can ask questions at any time, now or later. I'm here. If you want, you can join for my VIP group, where you can get more recipes and ideas and hear the latest things that are happening. I have lots I want to tell you about what we learned yesterday, but I can't yet. So soon as I'm able to tell you, usually my VIP group hears first, and then it goes out from there, just so that everybody knows, kind of gets first dibs. Super excited for what's coming, like, I think it's Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday, for people who are hosts and maybe had entered ideas about joining, things like that. And then Amelia is offering something awesome. Again, on Monday, we'll hear that for anyone who gets the 30-day collection. We give back as part, so we usually give one meal. For everyone who buys the meal collections, one meal goes to a family in need, but Amelia is changing that up next week for a week, which is super cool. Again, wait until Monday, but it's gonna be awesome. Well, you do have my energy, Julie. You just have it with your Scentsy stuff, right? That's your passion and you love sharing that. So I get that energy from you when you're on talking about all that lovely stuff. This is just mine. I love food. I love the fact that I get to eat clean. I love the fact that eating this keeps my migraines away. Like, that's what my absolutely love with this stuff, is that it's so super clean that I don't get migraines. So, and when I lived with them for my whole entire life, and now I am basically migraine free. I don't want to say Epicure cured it, but eating at home and cooking clean pretty much did. So, and Epicure was the catalyst for all that, so I just love it. So that's why I'm passionate. Okay, let me check on the caramel, which is now done. There you go. It's gonna be too steamy, but in essence, that's it. So that's my caramel sauce. I am gonna, when it all cools down, I'm gonna, I don't know if everyone see me, mix it in with this, and then I'll have some delicious caramel cream cheese icing, which is always my favorite as a kid, was cream cheese icing. And yeah, and then I'll put that on our sweet banana bread with the chocolate chips and the peanut butter, which is so good. I will admit, I was not a fan of the sweet banana bread when it came out, because I'm not a cinnamon girl. I like it a little hint of it, but not overpowering, and I found it overpowering with me. But now that I put peanut butter and chocolate chips in it, super cool. Really love it. So I've been actually stocking up on the sweet banana bread as well. Okay. What else? Oh, one more thing I guess I can tell you is our taste tester for this month is the Sip of Sunshine Tea. And if you can see, that's all I've got left. Not only is it like a new favorite of mine, but it's a new favorite of Victor's. He loves this stuff, so he's been inhaling it. Now I need to buy more because it's super good. And it has lemongrass in it. And what it did was remind him of tea. I think his mom used to make them. They're Polish, and she used to make it with, I think it's the rosemary leaves and the fir needles. So that's the part that he loves the most of it. I'm a lemongrass girl, so that's what I love about it. But so there's lemongrass, fir needles, rosemary leaves, sweet orange peels, lemon peels, juniper berries, blackberry leaves, and orange leaves. So it is herbal and smells so good, because you can tell I can't stop smelling it. So that's that. So, yeah. Get in your kitchen, start cooking, start meal prepping, change up your recipes. If you're looking for ideas, head to our website, type in a product, type in an idea, and see what comes up and go from there. If you need help, message me and I'll help you with any of that. If you want to actually stock up your kitchen with this, I'll put a link below to my cooking class, and you can go ahead and order. You can order any time, of course. Just go to the website and order whatever you might need to restock anything in your kitchen. Up until April 18th, shipping is discounted, so 55% basically off. So if you order between 50 and 100, it's $5 flat rate. Over 100, it's the 5%. So it's pretty much over half off of our shipping to go with what the grocery stores and delivery people are basically doing, kind of aligning with that. The 30, 60, 90-day stay home collections are on sale, 5%, 10%, 20%, based on which one you get. Obviously the 5 is the 30-day, it goes up. So, and it comes with a big free 8-page PDF on how to meal plan it all and prep it and do it. So it's pretty cool. Okay, yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned to what's coming new. Stay tuned. Oh, yes, April 18th is our live season launch. Normally we do it in people's like homes, the leaders and stuff doing it. Now it's each head office is going to be doing it, so we can all go. So if you're interested, message me. I'll get you an invite into the group. It's just going on for like 2 hours on April 18th. You don't have to be there for all of it. Of course, it is like a group. You can come in and out, or an event, you can come in and out. But if you want to be one of those first people who knows what's happening in May, totally get in there. And trust me, I think a lot of you are going to want to know what's coming in May because it's super cool. So message me if you want a link to that. Message me if you got any questions. I'll put an order link. I will put all the recipes that I used today in the thing as well, so you can see it. Otherwise, yeah, have a beautiful Sunday. Share what you're cooking. I'd love to see it. I also have contests in my group for whoever shows photos inside my group. And in that, yeah, come to my group and see what we do, and get great ideas, and yeah, play a few games. Take care, everyone. Bye, Agnes. Bye, Julie. Thanks for coming.